Mobile is no longer a category or an alternative platform, but it is a catalyst. It is a bridge between the online and the physical world. It's about context, not form factor.
2 years ago, if we had to go talk to a school about going digital, it was a question of if and what's going on, what this is about. Now it's really moved to how. How do I get my content to be digital? How can I use it across the board?
I'm personally a big believer in a flipped classroom or a blended environment where you can do a lot of the instruction and content consumption on your own, but actually go into a physical environment where teachers are engaged in facilitating that narrative.
The technology is really enabling humans to do what humans do best, which is to nurture and foster that kind of engagement and interaction.
We believe there's this whole other half of education that's almost completely unaddressed at the moment, and it's the half that goes beyond just delivering content towards actually developing who you are as a person. And these kind of softer skills like curiosity or persistence or resilience or creativity, those are the things that the things that we all hire for.
It's not the way that a traditional school system works. Instead of holding fixed when you learn something and how long you have to learn it, and the variable is how well you learned it, pretty much ensuring that you have these gaps accumulate and eventually you're going to hit a wall when you hit algebra or calculus, do it the other way around. The variable should be catering to the student's pace. When you work on it, how long you have to work on it, and what's fixed is that you have a very high level of mastery. We hope over the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 500 years, this thing that we call education, which has historically been scarce and expensive, and a the key determinant between the haves and the have-nots, now becomes something that is ubiquitous, common, it's a human right, it's like clean drinking water or shelter.
If you go to Apple and you say, hey, I've got this great app, it looks just like an Apple app, it really showcases your platform, it takes advantage of all those new features you just put in iOS version whatever, they love that. They love to showcase that. If you go to them and you say, well, I have this cross-platform least common denominator app that looks exactly the same on every other platform, they're not going to do anything to stop you. They're not going to block you from doing anything, but they're certainly not going to embrace it and promote it.
What was most fascinating out of the user test was how useful and different the things that they found in the smart calendar were. And it sort of drove this conclusion that if you want to penetrate the enterprise, you really need to be a horizontal sort of application.
We had just as many small business customers and individual as we did people working at large Fortune 1000 companies. The conversion rate for small businesses was 10 times higher than it was for enterprise customers. So enterprise customers, as a freemium customer, a free to premium, wouldn't take out their wallet as much.
Probably the most important lesson is to have a product that the company can either buy or ignore, but can't turn off. Because that allows you to get the penetration into the bottom that, gets your champions activated, that allows them to sort of promote you over time, because it requires this sort of slow burn.
We created a platform for a communication platform called Beeper. And what Beeper does is, first of all, allow the care team that's taking care of a child in the emergency department to send quick messages and notes to each other about the care that they're giving. And then it also allows us to push out clinical results directly to the doctor on the mobile platform. We as a hospital want to sort of improve the throughput through the ED, and we figured out with no changes in resources, we probably could see 1,300 more kids a year using this solution.
We can use the power of the internet to make much smarter decisions for you. Because our device is connected, because we know about things like weather, because we learn the way your home performs, because we can optimize for comfort when you're home and energy savings when you're not, we can save you a lot of money. So our average consumer is saving about 24% on their heating and cooling costs.
There's a smart app that I run at my house, which is Good Morning Routine. And what that means is when there's motion detected in a certain area of my house after a time of day, I want the house to emulate how it looks when I set that up. So you start to have some predictive intelligence that says, Andrew at that time of the day wants to have these lights on, these outlets on. He wants to not be in secure mode. Motion over here doesn't matter. He wants his children's lights to start slowly coming up so that they can wake him up, etc.
We basically are trying to turn him into a trainable robot. So he is a robot that anyone can program and anyone can afford. Kids and adults alike can teach him to do new things, and then you can control him from any iOS device anywhere in the world, and it streams two-way audio and video. So this means that you can literally pull out your iPad in the Hong Kong airport and log into a robot at home and go from room to room, like saying goodnight to your kids or interacting with your dog during your lunch break at work.
The thing that excites me most about mobile is the now. My view is that all the things that we have now are transformative, in the technologies that consumers are using today, and it's about all the entrepreneurs as well as the Fortune 2000 taking advantage of that and delivering something as subtle as the fact that I can check in at my gate with a 3D barcode on my phone rather than print something out, changing the entire experience as I walk through an airport. So I think it's the collection of all the little things that are capable now, and I don't want to let the future be the enemy of the now.